Ashish here. In this video, I would like to share how to use SVG icons in your React Native project. I was setting up a project to build this custom bottom navigator and face some difficulty using SVG in React Native. So I would like to share how I did that. Also, would you like to watch the build of that custom navigator? Let me know in the comments below. So let's get into the video. So first, let's set up the React Native project. We'll go into the documentation and you can find that the code to set up the React Native application. It's npx React Native init and the app name. So once it installs everything and downloads a template and installs all the dependencies that you require to run the project, once it's done, it will open into a project. The project creation will be complete. Then you can cd into the project directory and open your favorite text editor. So in this case, I'm using Visual Studio Code. So I'll just open that, and I have imported all the assets into the React Native application. So to use SVG in React Native, we are using a package called React Native SVG Transformer. So for that, you need to install all those packages. So first we'll install React Native SVG. So that is the first step. So we'll go into the project folder and we'll open a new terminal, and then we'll do npm install -- save React Native SVG. So this is a package that gives us support to using SVG icons in the React Native project. Then we'll install a dev dependency, which is React Native SVG Transformer. This dev dependency works with Babel to configure and reflect the SVG inside the app. So to do that, we'll configure the configure metro. You can see that there is a metro config file, and in there is an existing code. We'll just comment that out, and we'll paste in the config as mentioned in the documentation for the SVG transformer. So we'll create a svgr configuration file as well. So this is to configure the parameters for SVG inside the React Native application. So in our case, we want a specific fill color to be shown inside the component itself. So that's what we have done here, and we need to export it as module. So we'll do module.exports equal to the parameter. So before to run the code, we'll use the Android Studio AVD manager, and we'll run the Android emulator here. Then once the emulator is started, in the terminal we'll do npm run Android. So this will build the React Native project into an APK, and we'll open it in the emulator. Now let's clean up the existing code in the app.js file for the React Native. One thing which I want to add here is to run this code, you at least need node 12. So if you are using a version node version less than 12, say 10 or lower than that, then you won't be able to use this, as the package requires at least node 10. So we have just returned a basic view with a text of hi, and you once save that, you can see that in the emulator hi is reflected. So now we'll just clean up all the unnecessary code from the app.js, and we'll just format the document. Now we can use the SVG as a component inside our application. So to do that, we'll first import the SVG file. So we'll import the compass SVG. So it's a SVG file inside our assets folder. So once we have imported, we can remove the text file, and we'll use the SVG as a component. So if we save that, you can't see anything right now because we have to give the width and height property. So we'll give it a width of 100 and a height of 100 as well. And once you save that, you can see a white SVG on the screen instead of high. So we need to say if we need to add a different color, so we'll give it a prop of fill, and we'll give it a value. So if you can see in the docs, you can give any value you want. So we'll give it a value of red. It's not reflecting. So if you see the docs, you can see that the SVG, the path of the SVG's fill value should be #000. So if we open the SVG file and check the fill in the path, so you can see the fill is white, and we'll change the fill of white to #000, so that it takes the .svgr config file that we previously created and uses the props fill parameter to replace the #000 in the SVG file. So now we can use any color we want, and the color will be reflected in the SVG file itself. So this was a quick video. I hope you learned something from it. Also, comment below if you want to see the whole build of the bottom navigator that I was previously showing. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.